Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is the brother Banah.
Shalom, YASHARAHLA. This is the brother Nathan.
We're here through the spirit of YAHAWASHI to bring out this truth. Quick lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying to the hopeful elect, the Akim and the Aqua. Through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, may it be edifying. So, as always, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto our power.
Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, BARAK, QADASH.
Yahawah being the true name of the Heavenly Father, and YAHWASHI being the true name of the only begotten Son in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue, the Lashwam Kudash. So, double honors to their elders, apostles, bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to all the Akim, the like-minded Akim, pushing this truth in sincerity across all four winds. Peace and blessings be unto you and your households. And shalom to the hopeful elect, the tabernacle of David, the 1/3 house of David. Peace be unto you and your households.
Shalom.
So we just wanted to jump in, kind of just report what's going on regarding prophecy. As the scriptures say, to be consumed in prophecy, to speak of prophecy, and we need to be doing our job as the watchmen, sending out this report and bringing out the news that is regarding to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai being put in effect here in these latter days. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into Jeremiah 51 and Jeremiah 50 and 22. And it reads, "A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction." And we're hearing these rumors of wars, Salakia. And right now is the time where we see these things heating up. But just to go in on the Strongs of the word sound.
Strong's H, 6963. Coal.
And that's the spirit, man. What do you start a fire with? Coals, right? And Yahweh Shem Shai, he's ready to light this thing up, man. Getting that fire burning, that furnace hot, man. And that word coal goes into voice, noise, sound, thunder. And this is the voice of Yahweh Shem Yahushai speaking here. He's calling out and getting these gears of war turning, man. He's arraying the archers, man. He's getting everything lined up. He's building up the armies. He's raising them up to come against this great whore, Babylon, America, that the Bible speaks of. And so, yeah, man, that voice, that sound, that noise, that great thunder that has these people scared, that is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
Yeah. I believe you had a precept to back that up. Hey, shalom to the brother Malakia. Doomsday is near. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, all you Akim and Aqua, go ahead and subscribe to this brother here. Edifying videos, always on the plow. Shalom.
Right. Shalom, Akia. Yahawah Shai Brakata. So this is that book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 54, which reads, "A sound of a cry cometh from Babylon, and great destruction from the land of the Chaldeans."
That's right. The Chaldeans, which are those those Edomites here, man. Those that are running this whole world right now, man.
That's right. So pursuant to, of course, Jeremiah 50, that's how you know that these scriptures are referring to Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America, spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritually Egypt.
Man. And that virgin, she's about to get touched, man. This land has not seen international warfare here on American soil, but it's about to go down, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So we're going to go ahead and get into some of these articles here. And let's see. This is Taiwan stages Chinese invasion war games with Ukraine in mind. That's right. So we'll go ahead and get to the meat here.
That's right. So from insiderpaper.com, okay, Taiwan is kicking off its largest annual military exercises, which was this week, with trench warfare and shoulder-launched Stinger missiles, okay, deployed against simulated Chinese attacks. Right. Okay. So Stinger missiles that are also being used right now currently by the Ukrainians. Okay. Against the Russians. Right. So it says this year's 5-day Han Kuang, which means Han Glory, war games have incorporated lessons from the ongoing European war, simulating all possible actions China could take to invade Taiwan, according to the defense ministry. And okay, so there it goes down to say again their use of Stinger missiles, okay, so on and so forth, different caliber machine guns, okay. But the point being is this, down below you'll read it says separately the streets in several northern cities were empty for 30 minutes as part of a civilian air raid drill, with pedestrians and cars banned after sirens and text message alerts warned of mock missile attacks. Okay, so not only conducting these on land, okay, but also, as we will read in the next article, being simulated for sea attacks. Okay,
that's right. And that's a very small island, surrounded by China, surrounded even North Korea, not too far from it. But point being is that these guys are preparing, they're simulating these attacks, and they're getting ready for the real thing, man. They know that they're about to be attacked by China, and the U.S. can try to, speak smooth things in their ears, try to tell them that they're going to have their back and whatnot. But we know that this place is going to be left high and dry, man. They're going to be taken over.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And with the Chinese declaring that the Taiwanese Strait is not international waters, it's not international territory, if you will. Okay, they're claiming that for their own. They're saying that that's part of their sovereignty, and that their security is being destabilized by these countries thinking they can come in and out of the Taiwanese Strait. So we're going to continue to see them impose their will and flex that muscle, because they know that they have the alliance, okay, with Russia and so on and so forth.
And right here it says the underground bunkers will help cover the troops and ward off the enemy strikes. That's a military expert at Taiwan's Institute for National Defense and Security Research. So they're taking pages and advice right out of Esau's book, thinking that they can hide in these underground bunkers, that they can take shelter, but not knowing that, these nuclear missiles are going to burn them the fuck up, man. Point blank.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And those left will be, they'll be dug out of those doomsday bunkers, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to go and cover the next article?
Yeah. So it says right here, the header reads, Taiwan practices repelling Chinese sea invasion and war games. Right. So going down, it says Taiwan simulated intercepting Chinese attacks from the sea in annual war games on Tuesday. Right. So again, not only anticipating and preparing for land, attacks, okay, via missiles, but also preparing for sea warfare on the sea. Okay. So here it says, their fighter jets and warships set off various types of missiles aimed at intercepting a group of enemy ships. Anti-submarine rockets and depth bombs were also discharged, and a Dutch-built Sword Dragon-class submarine practiced an emergency ascent.
And this is speaking on that Taiwan Strait, which is likened unto the Panama Canal here in the West. That Taiwan Strait being a expedited route of trade along those Asian countries all the way down that border, and the Panama Canal, which we know China is getting close to down there in Latin America, to where they're trying to take control of all these exports right now, man.
Mm-hmm. Further down, the article reads, says, when asked to comment on Tuesday's drills, China's foreign ministry warned that the road to independence is a dead end. Taiwan's delusional attempt to confront militarily the mainland is like a mantis trying to obstruct a chariot. It will eventually fail, said spokesman Zhao Lihan of China. Right. So, of course, again, with Taiwanese being backed by the Americans, okay, and having the influence of Babylon America, okay. So it says last week, China slammed Washington as a destroyer of peace.
Hey, man, that's some comedy right there, too. They got some humor to it. Like a mantis trying to obstruct a chariot, an ancient chariot, crushing them like a bug,
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the proud sense of Taiwan trusting these devils, Esau, man. very delusional, thinking that they can confront a much stronger military, man, and much larger military at that. It's gonna fail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to
That's
bring
right.
anything out from this one out?
Now we're good on that, bro. Not the water, yeah. Yeah, we can
Okay.
we'll get back to the check the comment board. Hey, Shalom, brother Nabala. YAHAWASHI Shai Brakatah.
Hey, Shalom, Nabala.
That's right, man.
YAHAWASHI Shai Akya.
That's right. To the brother.
Shalom, Shalom.
YouTube handles Virgin Island Straight Gate. Subscribe and be edified.
That's right.
Constantly on the plow, putting out edifying videos, lifting up the spirits, feeding the sheep of YAHAWASHI Shai. Subscribe to the brother, Baba Gashah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to continue on here in Jeremiah 50 and verse 23, which reads, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? That's right, man. So this place is ultimately going to become that desolation, okay? But this power, okay, that the once world superpower had, okay, amongst all the nations, right?
God, and what does a hammer do, man? A hammer, it molds things into shape, you know, and that's what Babylon has done with this Western culture, going in there and establishing their democracies, invading all these foreign lands, and having them, you know, be molded into the image of Babylon, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right.
And it also pounds, man. And Esau has been given the gift of the sword, you know, the blessing of the sword, and he has pounded all these other nations into subjection, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're gonna all line up and take vengeance against Babylon, man, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI Yahawashi.
Mm-hmm. Let's try real quick pulling off the comment board, the brother here. Malak Yah, this is doomsday is near. Jeremiah 15:41. Behold, a people shall come from the north and a great nation, right? Referring to Russia, okay?
In that northern hemisphere, you know, being where Russia resides, North Korea, China.
That's right, man. It says, and many kings shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth, right? Because again, they're creating these alliances, solidifying their allies, okay, with the BRICS nations. Not only that, but also recently receiving applications from Argentina, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Turkey. Okay,
and then creating that digital currency was a big one, man. Very big. It's going to have that heavy impact on the U.S. dollar currency.
Exactly, man. And so with also with China having dealings in the Horn of Africa, trying to be a mediator, you know, as well as Russia, but China being a heavy player in that. Okay, and also I believe it's CPEC, the alliance, more or less, if you will, with China and Pakistan, also recently having interest in Afghanistan. Okay, so they're all these countries that have a bone to pick with Babylon America. Okay, they're making sure to put them all into play, and they're making sure that they're sustaining their economies while all these sanctions are being placed against, you know, in particular against Russia. Okay, but they're all making sure that they're sustaining themselves and their economies during this time. So it's really Babylon America, NATO, EU nations, and so on and so forth. Okay, that are seeing the brunt of it, man. They've shot themselves in the foot, if you will. Okay, so you know they're really seeing the effect on the economy and you know, the inflation rates and so on and so forth. But we'll continue on here in the book of Jeremiah 15:42. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses. Okay, so the horses symbolizing that power.
That's right.
Every one put in array like a man.
And Russia has much military power, man, with their you know, with their jets. They have advanced jets that travel faster than Mach 7, you know, as well as these hypersonic missiles that they've developed along with North Korea and China. So that's right. But they are very cruel, man. They are very cruel. You know, that's heavy, man, because that goes into they are very terrible. And who's known as the terrible one is YAHAWASHI. So he's putting the spirit on those Russians, man, to do his will, man, to carry out the job, to take out the hit, man.
That's right.
YAHAWASHI. Be cruel and show no mercy, man.
That's right. Alashadja.
That's right, man.
Into that almighty power, that terrible demon-like power.
And that's not the spirit that this U.S. military has, man. You know, where they're, you know, being in a great division right now regarding the juice mandate and even the the alphabet people invading, taking over the military, where you see these military leaders being transformers and things like that, being involved heavily in Pride Month and whatnot. And you think these military people are ready, those alphabet people, to come up, those cruel Russians, man?
That's right, man.
Been trained to kill, man, from young children.
All right, so it says, everyone put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. That's right. So again,
daughter of Babylon. That's right. Speaking of, the virgin daughter of Babylon, America here, man.
That's right.
Here, Shalom to the Akya, Mwa to Adawam. Shalom, Yahawashim Yahushua, Barakatah.
Once again, subscribe to all these brothers. All right. Be edified, Lord willing. All right, continue on here in the book of Jeremiah 50 and verse 25. Salakia, 24. Salakia. This is Jeremiah 50, 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught.
That's right, man. Esau being caught in his own trap, man. Is his snare. He is cunningly devised this plan, thinking that he's going to succeed in his NWO, man, these elites, but not knowing that they've, signed their own death certificate, man.
Yep. Also building up economically in a way, countries like China, okay, through trades and whatnot, going back to, the 1940s, okay, through all the dealings with China, they've allowed them to become, economically viable, strong, if you will, okay, and build up that strength ultimately to build themselves up militarily.
And they've built up all these resources, all these things for the elect to take them, man, to inherit them, man. Taking the heathens' possessions.
That's right.
And that's part of that reward, that Yahawashim Yahushua is going to inherit that, and the elect are going to be joint heirs in that.
That's right. So going back to Jeremiah 15, 24, continuing on, it says, thou art found, right? This devil being revealed day in and day out, okay? Starting with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, and like-minded Akim, who are preaching and teaching this word in sincerity, all on one accord across the four winds. Okay, continuing on, it says,
as they've been found, through the elect waking up in this truth, and this devil being revealed in these latter days, man. Seeking out the wicked inventions, seeking out the inventions of the wicked. Salakia. Yeah, man.
That's right. I'll repeat that. It says, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Adawan, Yahawashim Yahushua.
That's right, man. This devil has been caught red-handed, man.
That's right. So now we'll go back to this. Okay, so what's building up, right? Taiwan. So Slaka, you want to set up that screen share?
Yeah, this is so this is Taiwan.
Okay. So it's insiderpaper.com. China says U.S. will bear all consequences if Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, okay, says we'll visit Taiwan, right? So right here it says China warned Wednesday that Washington, quote unquote, would bear the consequences if U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visits Taiwan, with tension soaring ahead of an expected phone call between the two countries' leaders, which did take place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Between Xi Jinping and sleepy, creepy Joe Biden. Okay. That call did take place. And of course, these tensions were on the agenda, right? But it says right here, Beijing has hit back hard against the United States after reports emerged last week that Pelosi, a Democrat who was second in line to the presidency, could visit the self-ruled island of Taiwan in August, right? So it says right here, Beijing this week warned that it was, quote unquote, getting ready for a possible visit by Pelosi, right? Which would be the first by a U.S. House Speaker since 97. Okay, it says, we are firmly opposed to Speaker Pelosi's visit to Taiwan, says the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhao Lijian, or if that's pronouncing it right,
Lijian.
And it says, quote unquote, if the U.S. pushes ahead and challenges China's bottom line, the U.S. side will bear all the consequences. That's right. So speaking of these devils,
that's right, man.
being divided, right?
They know who's pulling the strings. Esau of Edom, he ain't, he ain't hiding behind the veil anymore, man. This veil has been uncovered, and this truth has come out, man. everybody knows who the devil is, man. That this Bible speaks of.
So I roughly paraphrasing the scripture, it says, a house divided shall not stand. And if Satan to be against Satan, okay, then how can his house stand, right? So it says last week, Biden said the U.S. military, quote unquote, thinks it is not a good idea right now, right? So Pelosi goes on to tell reporters last week it was, quote unquote, important for us to show support for Taiwan. Right. So again, these devils are coming up against each other. They're trying to flex on each other here within this crumbling queendom of Babylon America.
And that's that pride and vanity that Esau has, man. The military doesn't think it's a good idea, but these elite Edomites are going to say, all right, let's do it.
That's right, man. So of course, ahead now, moving forward, okay. From South China Morning Post right here, the U.S. aircraft carrier group heads towards Taiwan as tensions over Nancy Pelosi's possible visit continues to grow. The USS Ronald Reagan and its escorts left Singapore on Monday, sailing northeast, according to ship tracking information. The ship's deployment comes after Beijing warned that it would take strong measures if the U.S. House Speaker visits the island. All right, so you got here picture of the USS Ronald Reagan. Okay, so it's an aircraft carrier, okay, and a strike group, right, including a guided missile destroyer and a guided missile cruiser. All right, so they're getting ready they want that smoke. They think they want that smoke with China. Okay, so then to add on to that, this is the Most High is playing chess. All right, he's having all these pieces being moved through the right hand and the left. InsiderPaper.com. China announces Taiwan Strait drills ahead of possible Pelosi trip. All right, this was just released today. So it says China on Saturday will hold live fire military drills in the Taiwan Strait, which again, they're saying is not international waters. They're now trying to take ownership of that, saying, hey, this is our land, this is our territory. As the government announced via state media, raising the stakes ahead of a possible trip to the self-governing island by U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Live ammunition will be fired between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Quite the window there. And any entry into these waters will be prohibited. Woo! Hey. That's it. Hey. Sorry, man. So, and just right here to add on to that, this is CNN breaking news. It says House Speaker Nancy Pelosi plans to depart for a tour of Asia today. It says, though whether she'll make a high stake stop in Taiwan remains uncertain. Now, this is from a Chinese state-affiliated media rep, which states, if U.S. fighter jets escort Pelosi's plane into Taiwan, it is invasion. The PLA says has the right to forcibly dispel Pelosi's plane and the U.S. fighter jets, including firing warning shots and making tactical movement of obstruction. If ineffective, then shoot them down.
Hey, call Allah YAHAWASHI, man.
Call Allah YAHAWASHI.
So we're ready for it, man. We're hoping that this takes off, man.
That's
right.
We're
praying for fewer days here in these end times, man.
Hey, we ain't the only one that are ready.
That's right.
China's army posts get ready for war, per EuroWeeklyNews.com. Okay, it sends that message over U.S. visit to Taiwan. All right, so war message was sent over the potential U.S. visit to Taiwan, reportedly generating over 300,000 thumbs up. Right, so per their social media.
And you've got these other nations gearing up, getting ready for war. These people, they're citizens. They know what's going on. They're ready. And you got these damn Babylonians out here that are just ignorant and blind to everything going on, man. They're consumed with social media and their Tinder app or Bumble, man, to where they're not keeping their eyes open to what's going on out here, man. Still chasing that house of mirth, man, and that's gonna be their demise. While you got the prophets out here warning, over here reporting, giving giving the news, man, telling our people what time it is to prepare to repent. And these people think that they have years and years, man. They think that they have you know, that their houses shall endure forever, man. You know, trusting in their oppressor, Esau.
That's right.
Yeah, and that says, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a precept here. This is the brother Mawah to Adawam, and it's Jeremiah 5:22. Fear ye not me, said the Adawam, Yahawah. Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree that it cannot pass? And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet they cannot prevail. Though they roar, they cannot pass over it. That's right, man. Whatever the Most High has decreed, his word will not come back void, man. You know, he's not going to change it, man. He has already cast his judgment upon this place, and it's only a matter of time, man. You know, what does it say? Even though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall come to pass.
That's right, man. It's that book of Habakkuk.
Yeah, Habakkuk the water.
That's right.
But yeah, man, who's not to fear, man? This whole earth is going to fear in these latter days, man. They may not fear now. They may not believe, but the Most High, he's going to play with them, man. He's going to slowly start pulling the rug from underneath them, man.
That's right,
and
man.
It's going to, you know, all happen at an instant, right? Like a thief in the night.
Yep. That's right, man. Scriptures talk about that being utterly beaten to powder before the Adawah Yahawah Simeon Shai.
That's right. Let's go ahead and pull up a precept. This is the brother Doomsday is near, Malachiah, Jeremiah 51:46. Unless your heart faint, so your heart also being your mind, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come on 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. That's right, man. So we've been hearing about these things for a while. People have been saying, oh yeah, there's always these talks, and oh, it's gonna go away. You know, everything's gonna go back to normal. But no, they don't realize that violence is gonna become in a quick day, man, in a quick moment. You know, just like it has in the past. You know, you think those people in Pearl Harbor were ready to be bombed? No, it happened one day, man, in a moment, quick moment, man, and all hell broke loose. So that's gonna happen here on American soil in Babylon, and it's brewing up, man. Those rumors are gonna come to fruition, man.
That's
and
right.
You know, a lot of these people don't have that eye salve, man. They don't have the patience. They don't have the eye salve to believe and see that this thing is taking fold, man. This is Mawah to Adawam, Zephaniah 3:8 says, therefore wait ye upon me, said the Adawam, until the day that I rise up to the prey for my yeah, we'll go ahead and break that down real quick. But yeah, man, wait upon the Lord, man. That's right. Part of having that patience, enduring. And we pray for fewer days, though, man. But it says until the day that I rise up to the prey. And who are the prey? That's Esau of Edom and these heathen, man. And even 2/3 of our own people, man, are gonna go down with this damn devil, man, because they trust in their oppressor. And it says, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, that righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. That's right.
So he's going to gather all these nations, man, in the valley of Yehoshaphat.
Okay,
right, where that battle of Armageddon.
And that goes into
it's going to take place.
That goes into that Jeremiah 50. You know, assembling the archers, man.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. That's a great segue. You know, so the Adawah Yahawah Simeon Shai is putting all these moving the chess pieces.
And you know, what did Yahawashi say? When I return, shall not a fire already be kindled? That's right, man. Speaking of these wars, you know, that third woe already being active, you know.
That's right.
Yeah, why don't you go and bring that out?
Yeah, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 25. It says, the Adawah Yahawah Simeon Shai hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. So indignation going into righteous anger. Okay, it says, for this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts, the power of the Lord, the God of armies, okay, in the land of the Chaldeans.
That's right. His judgment for the land of the Chaldeans, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the Lord, power of hosts, man, of all the armies, man. He controls who is victorious in the battle, man.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And just going back, Milan, back off that thought, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord, the Adawan, power of hosts, okay, mustereth the host of the battle. So again, the armies, right? Verse 5 says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Adawan, YAHAWAH, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. That's right, man.
That's right. So coming from that other side of this earth here, being Russia, being China, and them coming with those hypersonic missiles, man, coming with those fighter jets, soaring through the skies, man.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Jeremiah 50 and 26 says, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast up her heaps. That's right. So, ruinous, if you will, right? Ruinous heaps. So it says, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Verse 27.
That's right, man. And we're seeing these storehouses being destroyed here already. Them being invaded. People looking for goods right now, to where there's a lot of places around here, even especially in Cali, man, that are being robbed. A lot of these places, man, they're having to deal with high volume of robberies, man, and them calling on the police, and they're not able to respond to these robberies that are going on right now. But just think about upon these latter days, especially in Jacob's trouble, man, to where this is going to be happening at a much more alarming scale, man.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And Jeremiah 15:27, slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe, meaning destruction.
God. And all the cattle that are dying right now, you're having farmers being forced to to kill their cattle, man, being forced to destroy their fields. And you're seeing through this famine, through this drought, man, a lot of cattle are perishing, man.
Mm-hmm. And ultimately, it's going to be, everything's going to be utterly desolate here in Babylon, America.
That's right.
Okay. So it says, woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. That's right, man. So that visitation also going into a punishment, a judgment.
Kind of shalom to the brother pillars of Benjamin. YAHAWASHI YAHSHA, BARAK AHTHA.
That's right. That's right. YAHAWASHI YAHSHA, BARAK AHTHA, Shalom, Makia. Keep getting that work. Subscribe to the brother, Baruch Shah. That's right. So real quick now, I want to go back into this one here, right?
Yeah.
At the water. Yeah, going to another article, right? So as China, okay, stating that they're ready to make that move on Babylon, America, well, the guard, okay, being Russia, pursuant to that Ezekiel chapter 38, okay, the guard unto the nations, right? This is Russia expresses solidarity with China over Taiwan. So again, this being released today. Okay, it says the Kremlin expressed solidarity on Friday with China's stance on Taiwan after Chinese President Xi Jinping warned U.S. leader Joe Biden not to, quote unquote, play with fire.
Ooh, man.
Over the self-ruled island. That's right. Certainly, we are in solidarity, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters. We respect China's sovereignty and territorial integrity and believe that no country in the world should have the right to question this or take an inflammatory or other steps. That's right, man. Any inflammatory or other steps. So they're getting puffed up. Okay, the U.S., Babylon, America, being very proud. Okay. So it says, we are convinced that such behavior on the international arena can only cause additional tension, right? So it says again, right there on Thursday, Xi warned the U.S. president not to play with fire, okay, during a lengthy telephone call. That's right. That's the point. All right.
So that's That's much of a alliance, man. Unity, that word solidarity goes into unity or agreement of feeling or action, especially among individuals with a common interest, mutual support within a group, and that the Kremlin being an executive branch of the government of Russia or of the Soviet Union, especially in regard to its foreign affairs.
That's right, man.
So there you go. You see more and more that these nations are gathering an alliance to come against Babylon. Huh?
That's right. So as this continues on, it says democratic Taiwan lives under the constant threat of being seized by China, which views the self-ruled island as part of its territory to be taken by force if necessary. Russia's assault on Ukraine has heightened fears that Beijing might similarly follow through on threats to annex its much smaller and outgunned neighbor. That's right. So they see what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. They know that Russia and China are in solidarity. Okay, and obviously they're close allies at this point now. So they know that they about to get it. They know that Russia made their move on Ukraine. China's about to make their move on Taiwan.
That's right.
Hey man, so America can't protect them, over they can't do enough to protect the Ukraine. They're fighting this proxy war.
That's right, man. You're really seeing the strength of that NATO EU alliance crumble, man. The people bailing out. You already had the UK kind of making a backdoor deal because they were suffering from having that alliance and those sanctions, man, to where people are seeing that there's no point of being part of that UN alliance, man. That goes into also the beast shall hate the whore, man.
That's right. Just real quick, pull up from the brother Pillars of Benjamin. Habakkuk 2:7 says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them?
For a spoil, man. Those booties.
That's right. So America gonna ultimately be made that spoil because she made the countries drink of the wine of her wrath. Okay, and that Western philosophies, if you will, pushing that and through rape, rob, and pillage, and defiling and perverting not only here the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans here in Babylon, America, but also across the world. Okay, so a lot of countries got bones to pick with Babylon, America. Okay, with all these embassies and military bases across the world, so on and so forth.
And YAHAWASHI, he's turning up, man. He is awoken them, and he's getting this thing heated up, man.
That's right. Habakkuk 2:8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnants of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
And that ties in beautifully with that chapter in what is that, Ezekiel, where it speaks of a city built upon bloodshed shall not stand.
So woe to a city, built by blood.
Woe to the city built upon blood.
That's right, man. That's right. So America, Babylon has spoiled many nations. Okay, has got one over on these other nations, right? So they're finally at a point where they can align themselves together to go up against NATO, EU, and Babylon, America, and all the quote unquote world superpowers, right? They got enough to self-sustain their economies, and ultimately now they got enough to come up in their arsenals, their nuclear powers, ICBM, hypersonic missiles, so on and so forth. They got the guns, okay, and they got the numbers, okay, because they have very large armies, and they're willing to, obviously keep their people in low economic states, if you will, okay. They're willing to just put everything they got, all their eggs, into that basket of their militaries, okay.
And why is all this being done? Let's read here. This is why it's being done, man. This is Jeremiah 50:28. It says, the voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Adawan, Yahawah, our power, the vengeance of his temple. That's right, man. So vengeance is the Lord's, man. And he's taking vengeance for his people, man, for YASHARAHLA, man. That's right. And that's those that flee and escape are the elect, man, upon those chariots. and they're gonna look down, man, and see this taking place. They're gonna see this place Babylon being destroyed, man, up there on the sea of glass. And this is Jeremiah 50:29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, the Adawan Yahawah, against the Holy One of Israel.
So again, that indignation, man, okay, that righteous anger being a recompense, man, that the big payback, right? James Brown.
Gone. And that's why, we have to endure and wait, because the Lord, he's going to take vengeance for us, man. We can't, we can't fight this battle. We can't tear down Esau with carnal means, man. This is a spiritual battle, man. We're waiting on YAHAWASHI to take vengeance for us, man.
That's right. The vengeance of his temple, right? Okay. So
we are the temple of the Adawan, YAHAWASHI.
That's right. The temple, right? So being his people, man. Israel being a people before it was a place.
So, hey, man, the elect are going to get pulled up onto those chariots, and they're going to look down and see this, man. They're going to see those hypersonic missiles flying round about, man. As the scriptures say, millions of arrows, man, being shot.
That's right. That's right, man. Many scriptures go into that, okay? Book of 2nd Ezra, also Isaiah chapter 5. Okay, so these archers, man, they are coming, and they got the arrows, all right? The arrows being missiles, okay? Modern day missiles.
That's right.
Okay, modern day arrows, if you will. So, and of course,
they're camped against it roundabout, and that's where you see China, Russia, taking over these other lands surrounding Babylon, man. So where there's going to be nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, man.
Absolutely.
Every side is going to be covered. America having that eastern border, western border, being surrounded by waters.
That's right. With Iran being built up, okay, and their nuclear programs.
And you see these Russians got these submarines, man, that can go underwater, deep at the bottom of the sea, undetected, dormant, until they get close enough, and then they turn up, man. They turn on. They shoot these hypersonic missiles, man, and by the time that it's actually detected on the radar, it's too late, man.
That's right. And of course, with China flying hypersonic missiles around the world. All right. That's right. So this is speaking of those archers, okay, coming from around the world, this right here, coming from insiderpaper.com, North Korea's Kim Jong-un, okay, says, quote unquote, ready to mobilize nuclear weapons, right? So the article reads, says North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said his country was, quote unquote, ready to mobilize its nuclear deterrent in any further military clash with the United States and South Korea, state media said Thursday, right? So not only saying that they're ready to mobilize, okay, but they're ready to mobilize against Babylon America, the U.S. and South Korea, which is obviously an ally, a very close ally of the U.S., okay? So they are ready to turn it up. This is the year of the turn up, as was deemed by Elder Apostle Tahar. YAHAWASHI is turning it up. All right, we'll continue to read. It says Washington and Seoul says what had repeatedly warned that Pyongyang is preparing to carry out its 7th nuclear test, a move that the United States has warned would provoke a swift and forceful response. Okay. Now, to go against that, it says our country's nuclear war deterrent is also ready to mobilize its absolute power faithfully, accurately, and promptly in accordance with its mission, right? So continuing on here, it says Kim emphasized the country's thorough readiness to deal with any military clash with the United States.
All this dude got to do is just push the button, man. He's got it ready, man.
That's right, man.
Just put the word out, man.
That's right, man. So continuing on here now, okay. So obviously North Korea, South Korea, they're the tensions amongst them, right? Okay, with the recent appointing of their somewhat new president, right? So it says, quote unquote, talking about military action against our nation, which possess absolute weapons that they fear the most is preposterous and is very dangerous, self-destructive action, Kim said of the South Korean administration, which he branded a group of quote-unquote gangsters. Such a dangerous attempt will be immediately punished by powerful strength, and the Yoon Suk Yeol government and his military will be annihilated.
That's right, man.
Woo.
And that's the spirit, man, with these Edomites, man, these Amalekites. You know, we see that movie Oppenheimer, you know, being coming out next year, the year 2023. You know, 223 being 7. You know, but also Oppenheimer. You know, one of those Amalekites that invented the nuclear bomb, man. You know, through the Manhattan Project and so forth, man. But point being is that these devils have, you know, they're going to fall upon their own sword, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm going to jump over to the book of Revelation 18 here. And this is, I'm going to go ahead and start at 5. And it says, for her, Revelation 18:5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. That's right, man. You know, that cup, you know, that judgment, that hell that Esau and Babylon, these heathen, have given unto Israel, unto Jake. You know, the Most High is going to have that recompense double unto these damn Edomites, man, unto these heathen.
That's right, man, because they've taken of that wine of the wrath of the fornication, Babylon, America, okay, the mother of harlots, the mother of whores, okay, and she's made the kings of the earth drunk.
God, I'm going to continue down here. It says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. Yeah, that's right, man. Glorifying themselves, man. Living, you know, for luxuries, thinking that they can continue forever, and they're abounding in their wickedness with power.
Exactly. And that term deliciously goes into luxuriously.
God, and these people are not built for harsh times. These hard times that are coming, man. You know, they had so much trouble with that first lockdown, man. Just wait until Jacob's trouble hits, man. You know. Wait until this next lockdown hits, man, because it's coming. And it says, so much torment and sorrow give her. That's right. Days of sorrow. They're here, man.
That's right. We're in those times. Yeah, the scriptures speak of the beginning of sorrows.
God. And it says, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. That's right, man. That's that pride of Esau of Edom, man. But a queen, man, that word queen also going into whore. So Babylon being that great whore, man.
Sorry, man. The mother of harlots. Sorry, man. So very proud. Okay. And we're seeing this queendom, okay, this wicked society being knocked down, okay, off that high horse, okay, crumbling, imploding. Okay. So we see the writing on the walls, man. And it's all through the power of BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, being able to discern, being able to measure the times diligently, as was taught by the elder apostles of GMS and like-minded brothers on down.
Finish here with Revelation 18:8. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Adawan YAHAWAH who judgeth her.
Woo! So, man, that judgment, man. All right. Also going into justice. Okay.
That's right, man. That's that vengeance, that justice that's gonna come for Israel, man. Starting with the elect.
That's right, man. So just like it mentioned right there, the Chinese man warning, hey, you want to play with fire? You gonna play with fire? You gonna get it? You know. This is from the brother Pillars of Benjamin, Isaiah 13:4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise in the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord, the power of hosts, mustereth the host of the battle. That's right, man. Hey, that's it, man. That's the spirit called YAHAWASHI. You know, Like this, yeah, brother Moab copying Esau. That's right, spreading himself out. Exactly.
That's right.
And again, all throughout the world, the Latin Americas, virtually all of the entire continent of Africa has financial dealings with China. Okay,
Yeah.
and they're trying to play the mediator with a lot of conflict that is going on in the Horn of Africa. Okay, they're trying to play the mediator, and also, of course, with Uganda coming up on it, was it $12 trillion worth of gold recently? Okay, they're definitely going to make sure that the U.S. ain't going to meddle in their affairs, right?
They're beating these devils at their own game now, man.
That's right, because this new currency that the BRICS nations are going to be coming up with and whatnot, developing, that stuff is going to be backed by gold. Okay, they're going to have a gold standard. They're going to bring that back, man. They're going to be able to back that and be self-sustainable.
Bring this out. This is Pillars of Benjamin, for Isaiah 47:7. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever. So Babylon, that great whore. And so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it, man.
That's right. So, they don't consider their latter end. They don't consider those things, man.
Yeah. This party's over, man. It's shut down, man.
Yeah. They're not thinking of the cause and effect. They're just thinking, okay, how can I continue to prolong the ways of this life? And that's Esau. This insatiable lust for hunger, for power, for blood, for your very being, man, your spirit, man. That's why they're coming after anything and everything that they can get their filthy, bloody red hands on.
We're serving a just power, man. You think that the Lord is not going to have judgment, man? He's not going to have justice for his people, especially, YASHARAHLA, his peculiar treasures, man, his people. Says, no, these people do not think of what they're doing to us, man. They don't think of how they're destroying the Adawan's creation, man. They lay not these things to heart, man, to their mind. They don't think about the judgment that's coming, man. This is Pillars of Benjamin, Isaiah 47:8. Therefore, now hear this, that thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, and that's these modern Babylonians, man, this Western culture, man, where it just teaches you to just feed into the lust, man, whatever feels good. Who cares what the Most High says? Turning things upside down here, man. And many careless daughters, as the earlier chapters of Isaiah goes in on as well, man. And it says, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. That's right, man.
That's right.
And there's many are gonna perish in this third world, man. And the days leading up to it.
That's right, man. They're thinking they can hide in their underground bunkers, dig themselves into hell, create a nest in the stars, so on and so forth. They're thinking they're going to be able to hand down these ill-gotten gain, that generational wealth, built off of the blood, sweat, and tears, rape, rob, and pillage, murder of our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, and of the world for that much, because they're, again, man, all that ill-gotten gain, man. They've ultimately gotten that through the wine of the wrath of the fornication. Okay, and ultimately, making the entire world their subjects. Okay, so these wicked elites, man, these wicked elite bankers. Okay, they're through, man.
You want to get that Sirach?
Yeah, let me move over to the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10 in the Apocrypha. It's chapter 10 and verse 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Most High power, and his heart is turned away from his maker. So a lot of our people, okay, included in that, man, the 2/3 of our people, okay? So, their hearts, their minds are turned away from YAHAWASHI, and they do not consider their ways. Verse 13 says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination, and therefore the Lord power, it says, brought out upon them strange calamities, and overthrew them utterly. The Lord hath cast down the thrones of proud princes, and set up the meek, the humble, in their stead. That's right.
And he's raising up that tabernacle of David once again in these latter days, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the meek shall inherit the earth. Speaking of those elect.
Mm-hmm. That's right. The very words, you know, the scriptures compare them to the poison of asps, right? Of snakes, of venomous snakes, man. Okay, so the words are full of deceit, lies, and robbery.
But this is a proud place, man. You know, this is supposed to be a God-fearing country, but these people do not fear the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's
and
right.
that's you know, the beginning of pride, man, is when one departeth from the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Esau has done, and he's conforming the minds of these people, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this wicked, adulterous generation, man,
mm-hmm.
that knows not the Most High.
Gone, because not only did you know, the Most High bring down plagues upon Egypt, okay, in the ancient world, but also plagues upon our own people.
In the wilderness, man.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. So, you know, the Most High is not a respecter of persons, as the scriptures say. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 10 and 15. The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. That's right. So being lowly, being of a contrite heart, okay, contrite spirit, you know, the lowly, the meek, the humble, okay, the meek shall inherit the earth, as the scriptures say. Okay. So it says, verse 16, the Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth.
That's right, man. And that's what's coming, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, overthrowing these heathen and putting them into subjection, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau being destroyed to the foundations of the earth, man. Go and finish with that 17.
Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 10 and 17. He took some of them away and destroyed them, and hath made their memorial to cease from the earth.
And that's what's coming, man, to Esau of Edom. You know, he's being, you know, as pursuing to what is that, Job 18, you know, he's going to vanish away like a bad dream, man. And his memory is going to cease from the earth, man. There's going to be no more Edomites, man.
That's right.
And yeah, we'll go ahead and pull up something real quick from Pillars of Benjamin. You know what? There's a little. We'll put off a little more meat on there. Is that Micah? Yeah, I'm gonna start with Micah 2 and 1, and this goes into woe to them that devise iniquity and work upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
That's right. They're working that evil upon their beds, right? So working those bad times, man.
Waking up every day, formulating a plan to destroy our people, man. To gain more control, more power, to sow wickedness.
That's right.
And it's been given in the power of their hand, man, by the Most High. You know, part of that movie, but ultimately they're gonna devise their own doom, man. And it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And that's right. That's how they have come into power, man. You know, here in America, you know, taking it by violence, by bloodshed, you know, slaying Gad, slaying Issachar, you know, and oppressing our people, man. You know, taking away our heritage, you know, through the transatlantic slave trade, you know, putting the southern and the northern kingdom into captivity together, man, and taking away our knowledge of who we are.
That's right. So not only of the 12 tribes of Israel, but also that of the world. Okay, again, that mother of harlots, right? So all the kingdoms, man, you know, those countries that have lost their heritage, okay, their ways, okay, their customs. No, now a lot of those countries have taken on the ways of Babylon, America.
Great point. And that's this is Micah 2 and 3. Therefore, thus saith the Adawan Yahawah, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. That's right. The family of Esau of Edom, man. And he's devising an evil against them, man, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. That's right, man. He's not going to be able to escape, man. He's going to be grabbed up by the neck, man, put in those fetters of iron, man, just as he's done to our people, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a time is evil, a bad time, man. Esau's gonna know it, man, soon.
Mm-hmm.
And these elites can go ahead and try to hide, try to run, escape judgment, man. But that's when those fishers are gonna be turned hunters, man.
Mm-hmm. That's right, man. I don't want RAWCHAA. All the brothers, you know, preaching and teaching His word in truth and sincerity. Lord willing, you build that elect number as well.
That's right.
You know, get beamed up, get the spiritual power, celestial bodies,
Mm-hmm.
be able to do the work under the tabernacle of David, under Hamashiach YAHAWASHI.
Kind of go ahead and pull something up.
That's right. Yeah, let me it's more because you know, this is the brother Mawatha Adawan, Jeremiah 51:30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken.
That's right, man.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, man. This place is through, man. And these you know, these military powers, okay, or the lack thereof, I should say, you know, they aren't held in the same regard. Okay, they aren't looked at with that same with that same respect, you know, that they maybe once had in years past. Okay,
and just wait until that draft gets declared, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have these even the war being declared, you know,
right.
Military people that have served already being
Mm-hmm.
called back to duty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're gonna have many of these people hiding, man.
Mm-hmm.
Many so-called draft dodgers, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's right, man.
Hide and trembling, man, with great fear, knowing what's on the other side, man.
Exactly, man. You know, this soft as Sherman, man. They're having pillow fights instead of doing push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got the alphabet community, you know, whatnot, everything like that being integrated, and they're soft, man. Not only that, but also these juice mandates and whatnot. Okay, they're causing a lot of people to be discharged, and it's a deterrent. You know, it's making people not want to join, so on and so forth, and the lack of cohesion. Okay, they see that this governmental body here in Babylon, America, is completely in disarray, and they're in shambles, man. You know, they can't agree on a damn cup of coffee. You know, so you know, they're a laughing stock, man. You know, so ultimately, yeah, this place is being broken down. Not only that, but they're also shipping all their resources. They go and turn around and they're fighting this proxy war in the Ukraine, and they're shipping all these military resources, all this technology, funneling billions upon billions of dollars into countries like the Ukraine and Israel, okay, the land of, you know, the Israelis, okay, and they're funneling, they're giving it all away. So how much military might do they actually have?
And these people that remain in Babylon, America, in those days, man, with these third world, man, you know, they aren't part of that elect getting beamed up in those ships, man. They're gonna be destroyed here in America.
That's right. And you know, it's a great point right here from the brother Mawatha Adawan. Says, yeah, he says Akim, the brothers, it says the U.S. military has gotten, very gotten soft. Yeah, I served the rank of major. Hey, man.
Yeah, that's right, man.
You know, and that's facts right there when you hear it from someone who served.
That's right.
Obviously, you know, much respect. You know what I mean? Because you gotta know that's coming from the horse's mouth, if you will.
Exactly. Somebody that knows
firsthand,
speak firsthand,
have that experience. You know, a lot of brothers in the truth that have served, man, and know for a fact these types of things and how it's radically changed, man. So the water for that, man. You know, the water for that, man. And that's again that's you know, that's truth right there. Amath.
That's right, man.
You know,
and now the Most High has given these brothers, you know, that even that higher calling of being a soldier of YAHAWASHI, man. So great mercies.
That's right.
Great respect to all the Akim pushing this truth, man. Water.
That's right, man. That's right. So let's go into here, pillars of Benjamin, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. So again, that covetousness, right? Ill-gotten gain. Says the kingdom is translated from one people to another. That's right, man.
Esau Vita, man.
That's right. The self-proclaimed white man, the red man, the devil the Bible speaks of. Okay, because as the scriptures say, Esau is the end of this world. Jacob is the beginning of it. That follow it.
And that's how he's gotten his power. He's gotten this land, and that's how he's going out, man. He's gonna be destroyed also by these unrighteous dealings, riches gotten by deceit and injuries, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's part of that judgment, man.
Mm-hmm.
You think you can create an land built off this filth, man? You know, be running from your judgment, you know, on your run from being a vagabond, as Cain was, you know, having all these crimes, this rap sheet, and you're never gonna get caught, man. Nah, the Most High is about judgment, man.
That's right. Scriptures say there's nowhere, you know, roughly paraphrasing, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves.
Come.
All right. Yeah, man. So, you know, got that judgment coming, man. And again, that ill-gotten gain. All right, that's how it was all gotten. So that's how it's going to go.
You
know, when it's taken from them. What's the
scripture say? You reap what you sow, man. So
the Most High is not mocked. What a man reapeth, that which a man soweth, will he also reap. Roughly paraphrasing. But also, even in the book of Daniel, I believe, where it says, "And the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom." That's right, man. So it's going to be forceful. It's going to be violent. Okay,
that's right.
It's going to be led by Hamashiach Yahawashi
and the host of angels.
That's right. That's right. In the tabernacle of David. That's right. So, and this is brother Muwatta Al-Wam, Psalm 10:4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High power. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. That's right.
That's right, man.
They completely disregard the highest power, the power of the Most High power of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the creator of the heavens and the universe, man. Okay?
That's right.
So, you know, they consider not, man. They don't consider their ways. And the 2/3 of our people, man, okay, who are not predestined to receive this truth, man, do not consider their ways. So, but ultimately, you know, we're seeing the chessboard, you know, these players, these pieces continue to move, and you know, gears of war are turning, and you know, it's a beautiful thing to be in this time, to be able to see this, because we know that the Lord's visitation is upon the earth, and that the end draweth nigh. So, you know, we'll just continue to keep an eye on prophecy. Okay, watch these, you know, these things come to pass and come to fruition, and that are on the brink. In particular, the MOTB, pursuant to Revelation chapter 13. Okay, the charagma, which must come before the third woe.
That's right.
Okay, so we are continuously watching as watchmen of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, warning our people of these things to come, and we must continue to abound in the work.
So continue investing in this truth, in this penny that Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi has given us, man. And this is the most precious calling.
That's right.
The highest calling, man. So,
that's right. So, you know,
Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi Barakatam to all the sincere Akim and the Akwath.
That's right.
Believers.
That's right. So before we close out, you know, I just want to say the water to the brothers, the Akim and the Akwath tuning in, and to the Akim, the water for the precepts and posting up and contributing to the edification of this lesson, and also the water for your works, for your lessons. All right. We continue to be edified and built up in the spirit, built up in this faith and this truth, okay, through the power of this ministry, through the powers of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. So the water, once again, for you brothers, and the works.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi Barakatam.
Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi Barakatam. Peace and blessings to you and your households. All right.
So as always, we want to close out by giving all honor, glory, and praises unto our power,
Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH.
Once again, double honors to the elder apostles, bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, all the Akim, like-minded brethren, pushing this truth and sincerity across all four winds. Peace and blessings be upon you.
Shalom,
shalom to the hopeful elect, tabernacle of David.
That's right. The Akim and the Akwath of YASHARAHLA. Shalom, peace and blessings.
And once again, Bad Babal, DTA soon.
DTA soon and real soon.
Yeah, Kwam YASHARAHLA.
Kwam YASHARAHLA.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom.